Oh, finally I did it with my nose. I've always wanted to push hit record with my nose. And I finally did it on the night I'm feeling the absolute weirdness. It's time to yodel, people. I decided to use this last second as like a prop for my cursing because I just feel so lately, just like really upset. Just trying to look for some human connection here in the 60 gabajilly zilly magilly options. It's just like everything's options. It's like food. Like so many options, and then you buy the thing and you think it's a thing and you put it in your mouth and you're like, ooh. Um I had it all kind of down, like what I wanted to say, and I can't move past the moment of impact, and here I am because everything feels wrong and everything I say and feel and do feels wrong. And it's not what you want. I mean, obviously people want you to buy a million gross formaldehyde smelling packages of fast fashion that's made in shitty conditions with horrible wages, and girls buy 20 things and try them on, and 50,000 of you watch it in like 3 days time. Or like I said, the kids doing 90s picture day, and they're these little like 17-year-old so-and-sos doing, here's all the different people in the 90s on picture day, and it's stolen. I don't know how to put it into words, guys. There's like that viral thing, there's a bubblegummy thing going around with a comparison of this very, very strange, scary, bizarre alien looking picture of Kendall Jenner, and how many millions of views it's gotten, and then this like 19-year-old who's an astronaut. You've all seen it. You're on the internet. I'm not. I was like, whoa, today was one of those days where I allowed myself to toe the precipice of it, and it wasn't good. It never is. It wasn't good. I went into some dark places. There's like this Khloe Kardashian stretching controversy. I'm like, yeah, obviously you look weird as fuck, and people are gonna say something about it. What? And I guess if I'm gonna try to say one of the globs in my gut, it's that there's so many people who don't need any more money, and they don't need our money, and they don't need our clicks, and they don't need our obsession, and we just keep giving it to them. And it's not good. Why do we have to keep doing this? So of course today it's really weird. My neighbors never do anything. Nobody's ever doing anything, and somebody's like very dramatically fixing a car and checking out, like looking at me. And why do neighbors have to act so weird around each other anyway? Anytime I do something halfway human, my neighbors are like, what is she doing? It's too much decorative. If it's a little too like lower class for them, they get very up in arms about it. But anyway, I don't know what my point is. It's in the poem. It's angry. I promise I'm going to do some, some light-hearted. I'm going to try to. I pulled out these guys and they seemed very apropos for what I was feeling. Like, this guy's been with me probably since I was like 12. He's like, these rissafrassin kids with their ticky-tackies. Oh, sometimes I drop my cigarettes. I'm not perfect. What are you? Y'all think you are, don't you? Look at y'all there with your doodle bangers. Whew. I remember my day when you wrote a lady a letter. Anyway, this dude, he likes cigarettes. I think cigarettes are evil, horrible things. Yeah. Well, have you ever been married to 3 different Ethels? No, I haven't, Grandpappy. Didn't think so. He just seemed kind of like, yeah, you'd steal my parking lot in a second. Parking spot. Parking lot, parking spot. What's the difference? You'd steal my parking spot in a second. Whippersnapper. You know. Oh, he He literally won't come off my finger. Yeah, well, I have more to say about it. I got more to say about these rissifrassers. I get it, old man. I get it. He has one of those, I used to love these. See, I knew it. It still blew it. I don't think you could see it, but it still blows. I've had that fake cigarette since before high school, I think. It's crazy. This has nothing to do with Broncos, by the way. I do not endorse men giving each other concussions, concussing each other constantly for the amount of money we should be paying teachers, but I do like the butts. You know, who doesn't like the butts, right? We love the butts. But this is not Broncos look, like this one. Derriere. The derriere. You know when you're feeling really weird in COVID? It's still more fabric. I had you guys going. They just more fabric under the fabric. They put more fabric under the fabric. But derriere, yeah, that's pretty clever. That's pretty clever. I could have come up with that. I come up with shit like that all the time, left and right. But Elon Musk got a chip in everybody. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on anymore. It doesn't make sense, though. Am I right? I'm right. This guy used to be like my favorite. My favorite aunt had one as well, and I really admired it. And she had one in the 90s when they were first a thing. I should come up with something like this, because we all really need this. And mine deflated. It used to, I mean, you've seen them, if you've seen them, but all their boingers pop out with the stress, and they're like, shit. Could I even do it one-handed? Probably not. But, you know, it's supposed to popple, and it doesn't popple no more. It was just like, well. And this is kind of how it feels just to go to the grocery store. I feel so blessed, though, not to be getting waved down by people. Their snippy gestures. Water. People in the service industry for 15 years. This is my favorite observation about people. Whenever they ask for water, they say it not only as though there's no way in hell you're going to give it to them, but also like they are in the middle of the desert. They've never had a drink ever. They're like, water? Like panic, and also like, I'm just convinced that you're not going to give me the water. It's like everybody does that. What are you doing? Yes, here I am. My fucking wrists are completely messed up due to your constant deservability. And here's the thing. Look it up. I love that I can tell people this now that I'm not a server, and maybe I will have to be again someday. I don't care. You're not supposed to drink with food. I mean, I do it too. But this is like a scientific study that the more you drink with your meal, the more it F's with your digestion. Okay, kiddos? Look that shit up. It's real science. BTWs, I did, the garage and the tools, because I just feel like a lot of people are tools right now. I feel like there's a lot of tools. Just still continuing to play beer pong, because that's life, bro. That's what makes life worth living. A lot of tools out there, and I just feel like generally pretty discombobulated and bumblefloozled, and like I need some work, and like the whole world needs some work. Some staple gun action. Staple gun, some kindness and understanding on this mofo. Just, like this. Like, geez, even this is a thing that you find in a garage, and it makes me feel more understood right now than I did before. You with me at all? Kind of, sort of. I just had so many tummy aches today about how I'm gonna fail. This is gonna fail because people want these snips. They want these little snip, laser, zip, duck hunt, beep, whip, leap, onto the next thing. Onto the next thing. And I'm not gonna stop. Don't worry, I'm not gonna stop. Because it means something to you. And it means something to me. If you're still watching, this is day 57. So, if you're still in it, then we mean something to each other. And you already know then, if you know, that I'm trying to give you true slivers of my heart. And I'm gonna give it to you as real as I can every single day. But some days, it's gonna be like today was, where I cried multiple times and had someone scream at me I never thought would scream at me the way they did. And they told me my birth control was going to be $600. It's been $0. My whole video yesterday, I've gone through a holy grail style fight to try to find a method to suppress my one remaining ovary that works for me. I find it. Tonight they say, well, this is strange. This is going to be $600. Like, what are they doing to people out here? And when I'm in a public place being like, wow, this has been a very Twilight Zone-y day and very hard, you immediately feel the energy of people look at their feet. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about how hard it is. And I'm just in this, like, sober drug trip of how freaking difficult it feels right now. And how I do scour the interwebs. My finger, I go off about the tech a lot. And, here's the thing. I'm not even that bad of an addict, and I'm developing some sort of very bad thumb issue, like a joint, ouchy, radiant pain up my wrist. Bad. And I'm not even on that spectrum, I don't feel like, of like, plug me into the mainframe. Let me check my Twitter. Let me check my TikTok. Let me check my Instagram. I'm not even like that. And my thumb is seriously failing me. And I just think that's so interesting. I just combined like an interstate that I was on in my mind with interesting. Oh, it's interesting and interstating and interstellar and Sarah Michelle Gellar. God, I love Buffy. Poor Charisma Carpenter, though, eh? God, I love her, too. Just, reliving things. And, there's this artist, you should check out. I'm just gonna call out if it's a positive. Because I love this girl. She made me feel like a little bit seen in pandemic. She's on Instagram as Manic Pixie Jewel Thief. And I told you, I'm on there as a dog, my best friend's dog with his tongue out. Hammy, he's the king of cool. The king of cool. And so I'll try to, push that ham love on the world a little bit. My hair's really frizzing out from that tube. Had some sort of charge, some sort of electric charge. But yeah, Manic Pixie Jewel Thief. She did this crazy one that was old Playboys, which I like to do as well. We both have that very specific curated years vintage Playboy styly. And she did one that said, "It's the nostalgia that'll kill her." And it was all like deep and trippy with flowers. And I thought about but her art is so good. It's just really it gets right to it. You should check it out. All those things that I'm struggling to say right now. She says it in these snippets in art. And conciseness has never really been my thing, because I want it to be real and far-reaching and going deeping in it, and steeping in it like tea. But I guess I'll just give you what I got. More orange chords. This is a different, see? This I did because of the poem, because of a word in the poem, and then it just kind of fit. The oranginess started veiling itself. I might use the light doesn't just work without the sound. That's annoying. Maybe, I don't know, bro. Just need to see my words a tiny bit more. Ooh. Maybe. All right. We're just gonna roll with it, guys. I really appreciate you being here on day 37. Isn't that mighty pleasant? There's this thing I'm wearing, the outfit. I was thinking today too, you know, you're going to have to forgive me because one of these days, someday, one day, I'm going to be just human enough to be running out of time and have to like hit you with some normie people clothing. Dun, dun, dun. One of these days, you know what's going to happen. I'm just going to be like, shit, I had to do 20 things today. I don't even know. I don't know who I am. And I'm going to be like wearing some jeans. And you're going to be like, who are you? That's what people would always say when I would wear normal pants with like buttons or zippers. They'd be like, you okay? What's going on? Especially if it was jeans. It was like, do you need an intervention? And I like that. I like that about myself, that's a concern to people. So anyway, having a little trouble with my accommodative spastic focusing dysfunction currently. So that's why I'm trying to like act all not awkward about it. Like, oh, sorry guys, let me just adjust my light. I can't see shit. It's just one of those odd times my vision is changing. Naturally, when else would it freaking happen? Well, I wish that the house was making a lot of sounds before, because the wind was very like, whoa. But it's not. It was making the most excellent like creaky, squeaky Addams Family house sounds. But oh well, it's okay. At least we have the dickheads are still revving their crotch rockets in the distance. That's always I'm in a little bit more of a rural community, and yeah, them crotch rockets, they can't get enough of themselves. It's so cute how they can't get enough of the sound of their own dickishness. It's cute. It's really, you just wanna stuff their stockings, you know, candy. I've actually called the police, and I'm not somebody who just like calls the police, you know, and I have like 4 or 5 times because I thought they were gonna just kill someone. Like, it gets that outrageous, and nobody needs to flex their dick that hard, darling. I'm afraid nobody needs to. We don't need that. See a lot of that on the interwebs and in the grocery store parking lots at all. Just flexing. No reason. Just carrying my milk, flex. Carrying out my chasers, flex. Flex. Why? I mean, I don't know. I wish I could have a TV show for something different than just like, I don't know, lip syncing other people's words. And I wish I could talk about all these things that ail me and fail me. Just ways for us to be a little different and a little better. And not flex so damn hard. But yeah, maybe it's just a defense mechanism, you know? Like maybe all the babies is hurting just as much as me. I don't know. I try to give them a little credit, like, hey, y'all babies. Maybe y'all babies just need a binky just as badly as I feel that I do. Could you fucking cool it a little bit? Could you maybe? Just a bit, just a teensy bit. I feel so funny today, guys. Like, time is so bendy and so much of a hallucinatory concept. Like, that is hallucination. I'm telling you. Young and old alike. Don't buy into it. It's a damn implanted hallucination. Okay? Right. I almost hesitated to wear this because I was like, well, I'm going to have to probably incorporate this in a Cookie Monster monologue poem of some sort. And it's very buck wild. Like, it goes very much down to the depths of your feet, enrobed in Cookie Monsterness. But then I thought, it's okay. This is the kind of thing that can abso-positively be taken out more than once and appreciated. So I promise I will bring some chipperness, some God, what was that band called? I started, of all the fake bands that we didn't actually ever start, but we like started in our minds with what we were gonna wear and what our PR was gonna look like. It was Zesty Chipper Monkeys. Oh, that just came back to me. If nothing else, the crotch rockets still revving this whole time since I mentioned them. They've been going this whole time. on, we see through that already, don't we? Yes, we do. But if anything, the stress of the day was worth getting to this weird place in my mind to remember the zesty chipper monkeys, because it was gonna be this great 90s girl punk band with 11 and 12-year-olds. And my hair is still doing the most like electrically charged funny thing. But our band album we designed, because that always comes like you pick your identities in the band and what kind of clothes you're gonna wear, and then you design the CD case. And it was like the Cocoa Crisps monkey, is that right? It was a monkey who ate the Cocoa Krispies. It was like kind of like that monkey, but he had really jagged teeth and was clearly just punked out, and he had like a rip in his shirt, and like his spoon was all jagged, and it was really good art actually. And he was eating kind of like a chocolate alphabet soup instead that spelled out like punk, I think, or I think it was punk rock in the spoon for like the letters. I mean, I was 11 and that shit was lit. We had another one called The Empty Side of Speaker Face. Yes. The Empty Side of Speaker Face. We're so deep. Yeah, that really should have gotten off the ground. Just like Panty Raid. Just like so many others. I just need a little help out there, guys. Let's get these bands rolling. Got words. I got all these freaking words in my heart and in my head for you all the time. You can just, no reason or rhyme. Let's just play xylophones and, I don't know, have drones flying up ahead, catching us doing crazy shit. Need like some adventurous people. That's the thing. You see all this shit on the internet where people are doing all this interesting shit. I'm like, I look around me, people are just stone cold hiding. Even if they're out, they're just like at a brewery hiding. I don't see people like doing grooviness. Am I wrong? I mean, tell me I'm wrong. DM me that I'm wrong. DM me the deets about how people are still doing freaky, styly, groovy, somewhat, at least a little bit interesting stuff. Just don't see it. Just see people being real mad about it. This is the #1 city in the country, as I said, so people are like, on it! I'm gonna eat the fuck out of that. I'm gonna suck all the cream out of that Twinkie. And now it's ruined. It is ruined. I mean, not ruined, but God, you guys, I just feel cynical. I'm trying not to. I feel very surreal. I do feel very surreal after today. Because it was just a lot. It yanked me through so many things that I was like, okay, I'm good on the yanking now, right? Like, we're good. Where I have kind of been, and I'm like, we're good? But no. I'm just going to hit you with my poetry. We're going a little long already from what I thought we were. I guess I just need your, like, you're there, but you're not there yet, but you're going to be there kind of therapy to know that you're there for me. Are you there? I'll just give it to you, though, and give you more tomorrow. And this is kind of upset. I'm kind of, like, in my upset feels. But I'll bring you some zesty chipper monkey real soon. I swear it. We'll get downright chip-tastic with it. But I'm just gonna hit you with what's real, with what I was kind of feeling. And I wrote this maybe 4 weeks ago when I was feeling a lot of the same, and just missing nature and experience and laughter and things, and getting so worn out on the like girls and the people who just can't wait to click on their butts. Like, oh my god, another butt. Oh my god, it's another butt. Let's look at it. Oh, did you see that butt? Oh, wait. Go back to that butt. Like, are we really still there? I don't know. But I was in that kind of similar place, and then I added juxtaposed some positions in there. So I'll give it to you. And it's 57. It's heaven on earth. Oh, and the song title, I'm constantly writing down songs I want to like choreograph to, or that should be in the backseat of a movie, and it had been a while since I had heard it, and I was stoned, so it like hit me in this very like, that means something. But it was that song. It's like, right here, right now, watching the world wake up from history. Yeah, and I just rocked to it so hard. But then it kind of like took this dark turn where the guy in the song is singing all about like, I thought we were gonna do this. I thought we were gonna change the world in the 90s. Come on, people, like this is what I envision, is like we have the power to do it. And now like here we are still just kind of like watching teenagers lip sync in their bedrooms. They're really little fast fashion trashing, and like people just kind of talking shit about people and doing reaction videos and reacting to the people doing their reaction videos, and buying tens and tens and tens of bazillions of dollars worth of makeup. Like, for what? Where are we going? Somebody invite me. What are we doing? I don't know. I just feel a different way. I'm just trying to keep people safe. So I've been in my house way too long, trying to keep myself safe, trying to keep the like 5 super crazy high risk people that I know safe. And I don't know. I've opened too many cabinets, I think. I think I opened too many cabinets. But it's okay. You're here with me. I'm sharing with you the contents of the cabinets, and here we go. Here is some. I'm just gonna spit it for you and stop apologizing for it. So, the song inspired the title. And if anything, there's your sign of the times. And no, it's not fine. Black Swan Americana, as many candles as you want to light. Hey, is light even possible in a tunnel like this? I caught a glimpse of the mountain goats. They were all standing beneath the same shaded tree. Be what you can be, but everything is copyrighted. Everything is copyrighted. Everything is copyrighted. Everything is copyrighted. See, I don't want to fucking rewrite it in spite of it. I want them all to want a bite of it. I want them all to look at me. But every hashtag is snagged. Every hottie's got it in the bag. Don't you want to be snapping many pics with the paps all jet lagged? Just like a Kardashian? Heavens no, I'd rather smash my soul with the front end of a heavy totem pole. Wow, this fully fabricated, emancipated robot thing is really on a roll. They only dole out what they think we'll settle for. Every mom and pop store shit out of business. Well, I'm just gonna go back because we all saw that things fell and took a turn there. Don't you want to be snapping many pics with the paps all jet lagged just like a Kardashian? Heavens no, I'd rather smash in my soul with the front end of a heavy totem pole. Wow, this fully fabricated, emaciated robot thing is really on a roll. They only dole out what they think we'll settle for. Every mom and pop shop is shit out of business. While we eat polyunsaturated, chemically complicated, crispy shit scrolling videos about fitness. I witness people I love losing parts of themselves daily as they insist they're just the same, tapping so deep into the mainframe I can see bars of code in their pupils. Lack of fucks to give, a lack of scruples. Oh, how afraid I am that this is reprogrammed entirely and not merely just some glitch. My ancestors practically yelling at me to never be such a fake bitch. They flipped the switch, then suddenly the suburbs were on top of me. Sick of this complacency, sick of the boring me in the mirror. Oh, fates, why could you not steer her someplace with a few less electric eels and piranhas? These bankrolled wannabes selling us on train trapeze fleas. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus, actual dark-skinned in the desert. Christ, that was insane. cherry pick my membrane, sustained for so long about supposed sanity, inflammatory remarks made in the dark, and they heart a little snippet of the old you, brewed down into a chemical stew for making see-through cellophane, day trade men with guts so distensible, out to gain the power at any cost, indefensible compared to what humans used to be. Lost, festooned the delivery until it was nothing but Swiss cheese. My masterpiece, my old goddess please, my skeezy slithering reverie. Yeah, with what's left of me, shivering feet on air, head on ground, head collapse, check yes, check the lost and found, like pound puppies, you just pull open the Velcro stomach, you just stand on the weak part until it snaps. The flaps over your ears can't stop you from hearing this. Didn't anybody tell you you're the one steering this ship? This little empty blip viewed 6 trillion times by a slew of unthinking, obedient soldiers with no minds and souls grown colder and a big unflinching grin. This small bit of good luck is a pair of hairpin turns around a half-felt fuck. It is illegal U-turns made by huge semi-trucks and burned scraps of the notes he wanted to keep, keeps bills inside to-do lists, some of the gist of what you didn't prove. Some of the gist of what you didn't do, proven. Prove it again like you're some sort of bendy Gumby doll. Well, if that don't beat it all. Do not accept defeat from the chummy elite, all watching fetish videos of each other's feet. All to keep the heat away from those who are cold and alone. All to make of our species a pile of feces and broken down drone bones. Don't bemoan it. Hone in on whatever fragment of it that you can shift. Fucking reposition it. Commission it from a better artist. Come on now, kiddos. Come on now, kiddos. Try your hardest. 'Cause if you don't, and I'm talking to all y'all, then we won't get that midnight chiming bell or gong that the ball is over. So you best move along, be on the run. It'll be more like a gunshot that no one saw coming. No presentational drumming to warn us fairly. We barely heard the last 10 sirens blaring and barreling down the roads we paved and repaved and wore out ourselves. How far do you think the average person delves into what they could truly do to help? Look around you and there's your answer. You think fucking Santa and Comet and Cupid and Dasher and Dancer are gonna come tossing the answers down the chimney for you, stupid? You think some comic DJ looped it and it's gonna hit that hot break, that ass-shaking bass drop any minute, and we'll just hump dance to the beat, then be in it to win it, just like that? You think there's some fat reward for whoever acts the most greedy and all important? Well, beware. It sure would seem that that's what we've resorted to, or rather the competition we've contractually given permission and signed away our rights to. We eviscerate our soul's reaction time, and we're fine with whatever, long as I get mine and we get ours, and just crush all them fields and honk in all them cars and erect all them towers. When it rains, it showers down upon them, all a plethora of signs and cues. But they act like they ain't got one fucking clue as to what they should or shouldn't do. What would you be willing to prove if the microscope and the microphone were squarely on you? Aimed at you. If you claim you got some gold star status, bitch, you better follow through. 'Cause I don't know who we're supposed to depend on here, but if you say you remotely know a path that's even a little bit clear from the debris and big fat fucking nothing they make so much ado of, well, then shit, I guess I'm following you, love. I fell into a pen at the zoo and I don't think there's carnivores in here or much that I can do without a fucking hand, without a fucking plan, some sort of plan. So let me scale this massive fence to see if I can find one sliver, one quivering, still surviving scrap that is true. Throw me some rope or a little hope at the very least, and whatever you do, don't you fall in here too. Oh, it's cold in the garage, which is tit. I wish I'd done it perfect, but that's okay. That's all right. I wish I'd done it perfect, but nothing about today was perfect, so it's fine. And also, my lip is splitting open. Just so you know, it's so dry here that my lips are literally cracking open. So, that's just vanity. That's just me being on YouTube and vanity and thinking I need to explain my face to you, but yeah. It's just because the winter winds are cracking my lips. And I'm trying with that Dr. Pepper method, but it isn't doing it for me. So thanks for joining me. My phone says the battery might die, which makes absolutely no sense. But I'll say nighty night night, and I guess I said like pretty much what I wanted to say, right? I'm sure I'll stop the camera and think of like 77 other things I wish I had said or done or given you or dove into, but we'll do it again and again and again and again. My friends, 58 tomorrow, 58, I can't wait. And we'll do something else weird and wonderful. Thank you for joining me on these bizarre blunderings of my wonderings. Yeah, and I promise I'll put some rosy cheeks upon it one of these days real soon and give you rosy-cheeked optimism. But thanks for letting me be real AF as well. And yeah, try not to let the mainframe put bars of code on your pupils too much. Clutch onto your pups and fur babies. That's good therapy. And keep your Christmas lights up. I'm going to do a whole poem about that soon. Before I let my family convince me to take them down, I have to make a poem about it. So there'll be that to look forward to. Yeah. Chase the good in you. Put on weird fuzzy things and talk about what's ailing you and what's failing you and what's making you wail. And yeah, then, I don't know, try to put some puppy dog tails on it. Some happiness. I'm like, you gotta do that too. But I tell you, it gets chonky out there. It gets real chonky. The chonks of tough stuff. If you give a little bit of a shit even, which I give like way more of a shit than I can even carry around. But even if you just give a little tiny bit of a shit, it's dense with the emotions and uncharted territory. Yeah, it's a little scary, but let's just be together and make poetry and use one of these tools back here to just rebuild it or sand it down into some other doodle bob. Keep your ears warm and keep love in your heart. See you tomorrow. Fresh start.